Hey guys, it's Jeremy here, Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. Whatever today, guys, is another album review. Let's be checking another underground gem. It's a debut album from the band Daggr, Daggr. They're a international band out of Cyprus, and they have members out of Sweden as well. They're a death thrash band. Like I said, this is their debut album entitled Torn Veil of Existence. It's got 9 tracks in total, and it's 32 and a half minutes in length. And this is another band I came across on Metallum. This has definitely been the year for me for discovering like really good new super underground independent bands that just really need that exposure, guys, because they're putting out really good material. And this is another independent band. They're not signed at the moment, but this is another gem, another banger. I really enjoyed this album. Gave it a couple spins earlier today, and again, based on the artwork, this is what kind of grabbed my attention when I came across it on Metallum. And I love thrash metal, as you guys know, and this is like a death thrash, so it's really up my alley in my wheelhouse. And looking at this album cover, guys, really cool logo with the inverted G's on the logo. I really think that's a cool idea, and I love the imaging of the logo. The color really pops and really grabs your attention. And I just really wanted to check this out, especially for a debut album. I'm always down to be introduced to new bands. And again, super happy I checked this out, another banger. The opening track, When the Depths Stare Back, it's an instrumental, just a minute and a half kind of intro. You know how I feel about the intro, guys. They're just kind of there for me. I can take them or leave them. And then other standard tracks for me on the album were definitely The Reflection I really liked. Super thrashy and like a death metal riffs mixed in. And at the end of the song, they had this kind of like melodic kind of guitar kind of lead at the end. Kind of softly went out on the song. I thought that was a really cool idea. What else? Hour of the Wolf was a really cool song. Among the Ruins had this kind of really cool bass intro at the beginning. Really cool stuff. I really like Dawn of the Decay and the closing track, Breaking of the Old. I think overall I prefer the second half of the album a little bit better overall. But the whole album's pretty solid. Not really a weak track on the album. There wasn't anything that I didn't overly not like. So there's a good mix of like heavy thrash, high intensity stuff, some death metal riffs mixed in there, but really reminiscent of like old school raw Sepultura. The vocalist is very reminiscent of Max Cavalera, which I dig. I'm a huge Max fan. He doesn't sound exactly like him, but at times just his vocal approach and his vocal delivery is very reminiscent of Max. And I do hear those kind of old school Sepultura vibes, like aggressive thrash metal back in the early days when it was introducing into death. I hear some early Swedish death metal influence on this album as well. Just a really good stuff. Like I said, it was a good listen. I listened to it 2 or 3 times. Had my head banging the whole time. The intensity is up through the whole time. Really catchy riffs. They mix in just enough melodic guitar leads and some nice solos mixed in from here and there, just to keep it interesting. And yeah, solid songwriting. Vocals are pretty solid. Guitar riffs are catchy, and there's a lot of grooves in this album too. You can feel like this kind of tribal groove going through the album. Really dug it. Definitely a band I'll be watching for in the future. I'd love to pick up the CD. Hopefully, I'm not sure how much it'll cost to come from Europe. It'd probably be, with the shipping and the cost, it might be a little bit much, but hopefully I can get it maybe on Amazon down the road. I would love to get a copy of this. But really killer album. Production's pretty strong. The instruments sound heavy. It's pretty well balanced. I found some songs the drums were a little bit forward in the mix. Not that was a bad thing, but I did find at the odd time the drums were a little bit more ahead in the mix, at least to my ears. But overall, really solid stuff. Like, you can't go wrong with this as a debut. Really good stuff. This band definitely has a lot of promise and potential. Really solid debut. For a ranking out of 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. I really dug it. I wanted to go back and listen to it pretty much right away as soon as it was done, and try to pick up more things in it. Yeah, I really dug this album, guys. So if you're not familiar with these guys, please check them out. They do have a Bandcamp page, so definitely head over there. If you enjoyed the album, download it digitally, pay for a digital copy, or order a CD from the guys. Definitely something I want to pick up on CD down the road. Really dug this. Another strong underground independent band that just needs that exposure, guys, to really lift them up. This is just another killer debut. Really solid band, really good music. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below what you thought of the album. And until next time, keep it metal.